Hey, so I'm back up doing my vlog upstairs, here in the computer room. I kind of like was doing them downstairs when I was having coffee in the morning, but back up here and I just put out a video just kind of showing a demonstration of a W linked list in C. Pretty cool. You guys, whoever is actually following me on YouTube, will have to kind of wait. I'm putting together some videos to kind of break it down piece by piece. I think maybe I want to take a couple steps back on how I kind of explaining C as a language. I think the difficulty in programming in C is not so much programming in C, it's figuring out what tools to use to compile the code, what a compiler is, how those things work. So I plan on making a much better introduction to C than I did with the linked list, and maybe we'll start out doing a linked list and then go to a W linked list, but at least you can see the end product of a W linked list in my new video, like why it's cool when running it in a terminal. I realize that some people are probably having difficulty with C because I've actually seen videos where people are just thankful that someone explains what -O means. I kind of took that for granted because I worked with a guy in my last job. He was an old-time C programmer, and I'm actually very appreciative of all the information that he shared with me because now, like I look at the web and it's pretty sparse. I worked on C++, but you'll hear people use them interchangeably. I wish I knew all the differences between the languages, but like the big ones that I know is struct. In C, you have structs, which are just classes that are publicly exposed. So everything's publicly exposed. However, in C++, you can have private methods, private member variables of classes, stuff like that. So you can do more encapsulation stuff in C++. There's probably more to that, but that's all I can think of. It's like a big thing for me. That's a big difference. So C is a subset of C++ too. That's the other thing. So C++ just should have more, has more things available in it than C. So like whatever C has, C++ has that and then more. But more videos about that. I really want to put together a class. I'm kind of sick of like having to wait to teach. You have to have a master's degree to teach in the state of Georgia. I really would just like to teach at a community college or even a high school, teach basic programming, electronics. I just think that it's really freeing when you're doing math and science while moving. I guess that's the kind of way that I like to describe it. Like doing physics and doing math and like getting a good grade on a calculus test is one thing. However, if you can take those formulas, you can take those concepts from calculus and you can apply it to something real, like minimizing the error in, say, how a drone is hovering, or you can use it to make a video game that models a bunch of blocks connected together by a wire, and if you hit one of those blocks, how does it affect the other blocks? That could be used for simulation of like engineering. And the reason why I want to do that is because it's fun for me. I get better at doing those things when I teach it. Also, I feel like I owe it to people. I think I've really been blessed with a lot of awesome mentors in my life, and the ones that I remember the most were always those ones who pretty much gave me 90% from my 10%. So I did like some basic research projects in college, and I put in some work for those people that I did projects for, but they put in way more work into me. So they really guided me in my thinking, my approach to problem solving, and like just basic advice on how to do stuff. So I think that the fact that they did that for me, I really owe it to other people to do that. I mean, I had some amazing professors in college. I had this one professor, his name was David Leake, and gosh, he was so cool. He was just the coolest guy ever. he made a chessboard that could that you could play the chessboard, and it was a robot. There were little magnets attached to the bottom of the chess pieces, and you stepper motor, basically like a 3D printer setup, would come over and pick up the piece, move it up in X, Y, and Z, and then move it to another location. In the game, it knew how to play chess. I thought that was so cool. So I really want to be like that. I want to make something like that and kind of do it for myself, but also do it to inspire other people to get out and try things. Yeah, it's really the simple thing about it is it's just exciting to make something that is useful, that has application and utility in the world. So I'm gonna start making my own courses just on the stuff I know. I'm not an expert, but I like doing this stuff for fun. I think it's cool. I think there's other people who think it's really cool. I've learned how to do all this stuff online, through other people, through other courses, through Udemy, through courses that kind of like teach you how to make a robot and basic Arduino classes. I learned all this stuff online. So I owe it to the community to make that stuff. And if you're kind of like a tinker person, I would say make some videos. It's really cool. It's good documentation for your purposes, because then you're more likely to probably finish a project. Like, I probably would keep on putting off these C videos if I wasn't making videos. And when you like kind of put yourself out there, and other people can, at some point, other people are gonna be able to see whether you're lying or not. It really motivates you to get out there and do stuff. This morning I got up at 3:30 this morning and studied for the FE exam, and after that I went and worked out at Champion Fitness, came back, made breakfast, and then I wrote the program for the WLink Bliss. Pretty cool. Like, I got it done, and it's because I want to make a cool video about it. So that's my motivation. I want to do that. Yeah, that's it for today. So I'm gonna have some new videos on programming coming out pretty soon. Other than that, happy Thursday.